Let's hope this works. And we've got no more issues. Is there anybody out there that can confirm the audio levels? Okay, let's do this. Hope everyone is having a great Sunday. We are going to play some Pacific Strike 85, new campaign by Sea Power. Ran a poll, came to no consensus on what we're going to do, so we'll wing it and play it by ear. Alright, we'll play it on moderate and limit unit dates. All the other settings are realistic. It's 1985, the Cold War is at its height. Across Europe, armies, aircraft, and warships of NATO and the Warsaw Pact stand poised for conflict, while the United States and the Soviet Union continue their rivalry on a global scale. In Europe and the Pacific, America's allies remain committed, but their security increasingly depends on the strength and presence of the United States. In Beijing, hardliners in China, its government, have normalized relations with the Soviet Union. In turn, Moscow brokered a wary agreement between China and Vietnam, ending years of conflict with a fragile pact. As Beijing and Moscow draw closer, formerly neutral India sees opportunity in the new alignment and begins offering quiet support for Soviet influence in the Indian Ocean. For the last several years, the Soviets quietly shifted naval and aviation assets to their Pacific Fleet. These forces are now concentrated at Vladivostok and Petropavlovsk in the north and the Cam Ranh Bay in Vietnam in the south. Oh, my pronunciations are going to be terrible in this, aren't they? In China, PLA planners set their sights on the island of Taiwan. By the summer of 1985, the USSR and China were preparing to challenge Allied control across the Indo-Pacific. On 20th of June 1985, Warsaw Pact forces attacked into the Fulda Gap in Germany, igniting World War III in Europe and threatened the center of NATO. Soviet armored divisions also began driving south toward the Persian Gulf. The Warsaw Pact attacks caught NATO off balance and forced Allied commanders to divide their attention across several threatened fronts in the opening days of the war. Weeks before fighting began in Europe, Soviet naval forces in the Pacific put to sea for major war games in the Sea of Japan, while Chinese forces carried out parallel maneuvers in the South China Sea and East China Sea. Once Warsaw Pact forces entered the Fulda Gap in late June, both navies abandoned their pretense of peacetime maneuvers and attacked, eliminating Allied observation units and striking vulnerable bases. shipping and outposts across the Western Pacific in a massive coordinated assault. With heavy air attacks falling on Allied bases in the Pacific, US forces shifted rapidly to wartime footing as President Reagan initiated Operation Reforger in Europe and ordered the Pacific Fleet to sea. USS Enterprise remained committed to the Indian Ocean, while USS Constellation surged from Pearl Harbor to operate in the North Pacific. But trouble came immediately. USS Kitty Hawk struck a submarine-laid mine while departing Yokosuka, and USS Carl Vinson suffered serious flooding near San Diego after a shaft seal sabotage. Both carriers would need lengthy repairs. With 3 of the 4 US carriers in the Pacific unavailable, the Allied line would be held by the light units, destroyers, frigates, and cruiser submarines, and their crews and commanders. You are one of those commanders. Assemble your task force and prepare for battle as the Allies struggle to survive the opening blows of the war in the Pacific. This is Pacific Strike 85. I am not reading all of that. It's all gone wrong, essentially. Okay, task force time. So for this, I think as we get to build a task force and we have to maintain it all the way through, I am going to choose the simple option of playing a US commander. We need to give ourselves an appropriate name, obviously. And then we need to start picking some ships. Yes, we will confirm that. Great, cool, happy days. We won't pick ships yet, we need to see what we're doing. Alright, mission 1. Raid on Okinawa. We only have surface assets available to us. Okay. And we're expecting a moderate surface threat and a minor air threat. Okay. No subsurface and no land-based stuff to worry about. Let's see. Wind force 3, cloud broken, wind direction. Cool. Hostilities commenced this morning in Europe and the Pacific, and Allied intelligence has discovered the Soviets are attempting a daring commando raid on Okinawa. Yeah. They're supported, embarked upon a Japanese flagged car carrier. The commando unit is in sight of the islands. They're supported by a PLAN, strike force of surface ships approaching from the northwest. Get underway and destroy the enemy attack before they reach Okinawa. And we will be resupplied and fully repaired after this, which is all good. Okay. Well, when Pacific Strike originally came out as a mod on the Steam Workshop, the fleet was centered around a Kid-class destroyer. But we can probably do better than that now that we've got the new Task Force Builder. So I think instead we'll do something ridiculous and stupid. See if we can power game the absolute heck out of this. So initially when it came out on the workshop, USS Scott was our flagship. Um, Scott's great. The Kid class is great. All rounder. Good local air defense. Okay ASW because it carries 2 helos and its surface strike. Well, it's a destroyer. It can take on things much bigger than itself. But we'll go big. Go big and go home. So we'll take USS California. Nuclear powered missile cruiser. It's like a kid on steroids, minus the ASW. Then we also need to kind of layer our defenses. California doesn't really do much outside of 25 miles for air defense. So what do we have left? 196. So we could add in a long-range anti-air asset, and that should cover our bases. The Kunz class, so the early Kunz class, will cover that base for us, and we can worry about ASW later. Yeah, let's add Dahlgren. So between California and Dahlgren, we should have more than enough to cover any air threats and surface threats. So cool, let's rock and roll. Don't want to spend too much time on menus, want to spend time in game. We're gonna alter the formation a little. To be behind California. Directly in line, just about there. We do have some other assets available to us, which is cool. We have friendly E3. So we have early warning covered, so that's all good. And we have a surface strike P3. So we can make use of that thing to hit targets for us as well. Okay, let's go. Let's get him. Sundays are slightly more chilled than this. Mine is. Temperatures are going up again here. It's really annoying. Okay. US and Allied forces are under attack by Soviet, Chinese, and DPRK forces across Westpac. In order by the president to begin striking back immediately, which we will do with maximum prejudice. National Technical Intelligence sources show multiple hostile surface groups moving towards Okinawa. Intel believes yada 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 yada. We know all that already. Take charge of Allied forces. Yep. Friendly E3 in the area. Friendly P3 in the area. And SIGINT reports enemy AGI trawlers are active somewhere in the area. And the Chinese Air Force will sortie. So let's go kick their ass. Let's go! California.
Track 7002 is classified. Neutral merchant.
Thanks for that, buddy. California. She's so pretty. We have a lot of contacts. So we'll pause our initial. That's not pause initial. We don't need to. Okay, so attack map. We know we're expecting a threat from here and from here. So, and we are surrounded by oodles and oodles of stuff.
Hostile contacts detected.
We'll start asking to identify each other.
Contact detected. Track 7014 is classified. Neutral merchant. Track
Don't want to accidentally shoot a civilian.
1 is classified. Neutral merchant.
Okay, so we've got hostiles there. And we have an air wing coming in. There's 3 contacts just off the deck. This is a hostile flight, because no civvies do this. And there you go, there is our enemy surface group to our northwest. How are we going to do this? Well, if we bring Dark Starter to here. So loud. The props in this are so loud. Alright, let's resize everything. Cool.
Track 7012 is classified. Hostile merchant.
Okay, there is our hostile merchant. There is our car carrier, which is only being escorted by two Grisha 3s. Just teeny tiny boats. Not particularly threatening. So if we check what they're armed with, it is very little. Their air defense is 5 miles, so let's put a box around them. Like 6. Oh, mouse. There we go. Okay. And this thing should be unarmed. And it is. Okay. This is a real good target for the P3. So we'll send the P3 after that.
Affirmative 269.
Which means we can leave Dahlgren and California to deal with this incoming air threat and this surface group. But we need to find out who is who. We can't communicate, so we'll grab the aircraft. Try and do the communication for us. And they unhelpfully refuse to comply. Great, thanks. So helpful. Don't blame me when you get blown up. Can we communicate with anything else? Okay, so friendly.
701.
Neutral anyway.
Classified. Neutral merchant.
Do these respond? They do not. Okay. So we'll have to have a look. So we know these are hostile. They're moving at 25 knots on a course of 134, 135. And these are matching speed and course. So we can infer that they are part of a formation, and that is our enemy surface group. This guy moving away from us is at about 4 knots, so this is more than likely going to be a merchant fishing boat, so we're not going to hit that. These two, again, moving on the same course as the other hostiles, again, 25 knots, so we can infer that these are also hostile elements. This thing, you respond to us. No. 13 knots, which is slower. Grishas, but we don't know what you are. Okay.
Track 7011 is classified. Neutral merchant.
Thanks, buddy. Well, we know where the hostiles are, and
7005
we need to control
classified. Hostile warship.
the engagement. We need to hit first. While we're at MCON would be useful. So the anti-ship missiles we have available to us are first iteration of Harpoon. Not great, not terrible. Prone to being jammed. With a maximum range of 65 nautical miles. So if we, using the 16 that we have available to us, alpha strike this, we should be able to cripple, if not kill, all of this before it becomes a problem. We can. Everything is in range. So let's alpha strike it before we get an enemy air wing above our heads. Alright, so we'll pause. We're going to set up some attack orders. Let's see. So semi-large, medium, another medium back there. Everything else is pretty small. So the smalls we should be able to get away with 1, maybe 2 missiles. The semi-large and the medium are going to need at least 4 each. So let's do 2 on you, 2 on you, 2 on you. That's 6. And 7, 8 from the Cali. Then from Dahlgren, with hers, we will put another 2, 4, 6. And then we'll put a single shot into that. Yeah. Let's see if that works. Which a massive alpha strike of anti-ship missiles. And while Dahlgren is our long-ranged air, she's not going to be able to hit these guys if they're that low on the water until really close. But thankfully, we don't have to micromanage that. So we'll turn Dahlgren's air defense state to weapons free. She'll light up her radars to do that, but it'll mean that we don't have to micromanage it. Do the same with the California as well. So then anything that comes in to their respective anti-air bubbles is going to get automatically targeted by the AI, allocated weapons, and they can do all the hard work for us. There they go! There go the missiles! Hurtling across the open ocean. And we shouldn't be... Oh no, we are now rotating and radiating, so...
Surface search on. Surface search on. Radar eye.
They know where we are, but... Well, we shot first. And P3 is making its way around this, so we can hit that merchant. Maybe a Grisha or two as well. We'll see. We still have a little... Hey. Is that the spy ship? That is the spy ship. But we haven't confirmed it. Why not? Oh, because it could be anything. So at this point it's just a neutral. Is it just a neutral, or is it the spy ship? This is where a helicopter would be really useful. Oh well. So the missiles are going in. Let's see how we get on. Place bets now. Are we going to see things explode? Have we underspent? Have we overspent? Probably on the underspent. It's probably not enough missiles to get the job done. They are opening up with air defense. Have they taken anything out? Yeah. Nothing yet. Hey! First hit. Second hit. Did that hit, or did that get intercepted? I think that might have got intercepted. Nope. We hit it. It just didn't give us the notification of it. Good times. What are these? Ah, little minesweeper corvettes. So, not a threat. Okay, cash in. Anti-air Soviet destroyer, I want to say. Yeah. Who's now going to become a nice new reef off the coast of Okinawa. His buddy in the cannon is also taking a, hey! And our own air defense is firing up. So the cannon's going on a diving expedition. Zhang Yu too, also going up, turning into a submarine. And the only one we didn't get was the little meager fellow in the middle. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, we're firing off air defense. We don't know what these are yet, which is worrying. We'll have to see if we take them out. Thanks, Flibble. I thought it could use something a bit more nautical, so we have acquired a pirate hat for today. I don't know if you caught the ship selection at the start. We're running with USS California and Dahlgren. Oh, I will need to turn that off. Hooray! Oh, California, and that should engage while I sort out chat. Let me turn off slow mode if I can. Oop, hang on. Come on, Callie.
7021. Salvo fire.
Dahlgren's engaging, so should hopefully take out whatever threat is inbound. So we picked up USS Dahlgren and USS California as our fleet. We are rushing to defend coast of Okinawa against a Russian commando group on a car carrier who are being escorted by a pair of Grishas, and a surface action group made up of Chinese and Soviet warships, basically coming in to support. Ruh-roh, Raggy. We missed! What the heck?
New birds away. Track 702.
And there's more. Uh-oh. This could end up being funny.
Ahead flank. Maneuvering eye. Birds away. Track 7037.
But they are flinging out missiles.
Track 70. Bandits.
Oh, we're gonna get a hit. Do we get a hit? Do we get a hit? Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No! Uh-oh.
Engaging track 703.
Come on, California. You've got to shoot this down.
Ceasefire track
You white bugging us or terrible shooting?
7037. Salvo fire. Birds away. Track 703.
This is gonna be close.
Track.
Yeah!
Bandits.
No more Kung Pao chicken for you, my friend. Game audio is a little quiet. Okay. Apologies. Coming under our attack. Slow mode. Off. There we go. And game audio is a little quiet, you say. So, turn that to about there. Fingers crossed. That works a bit better. So we launched a preemptive alpha strike against the surface group. They do that automatically. So we've harpoon struck pretty much everything here and created a nice new reef off the coast of Okinawa. We've ID'd the two Grecias escorting the merchant, and a friendly JMSDF Orion, so P3, is gonna get tasked off to come in and bomb the crap out of this merchant. Especially if we come in from behind. What Monsieur Jingles would describe as surprise butt sex. Oh, we still have one contact up here. As we're going to get reloaded after this, we'll try and harpoon it. Why not?
Bulldog away.
This is excessive.
006.
Ah, right. No subsurface threat or land-based threats in this mission. We only have to worry about moderate surface threat and a meager sort of air threat. So no, we have no ASW assets at the moment. We'll pick those up after though. Because at the minute, that is one area that our little task force is lacking in. The P3 is equipped with 6 ASM-1s and 8 Mark 82s. So we can go hunting for surface targets with it. Trouble is, these things are so loud. And they're not exactly quick. California and Kuntz don't have hangars. I think the next thing we'll pick up for the ASW coverage, we'll probably try and do a Nox frigate, which will have an SH-2F on board. So yes, we will get helos and rotaries to do ASW sweeps. If we go and pick up survivors from all this, we'll get extra campaign points. So we may even be able to afford something even bigger to cover the ASW role, which can take Sea Kings.
Track 7006.
We shall see.
Classified. Hostile warship.
Well, if the Orion can take out the Grishas and the car carrier, then we can just drive absolutely crazy, go pick up survivors. Otherwise, we're going to have to divert due west and take out these two. See if the harpoon hits first. But how's the audio now for the game? Any better? And how is my mic audio? Have I managed to get the noise cancellation right to... Because I have a couple of fans going behind me. Yeah. Boom.
006.
Happy days. Well, that's the surface threats kinda dealt with. So I think we're going to do a bit of search and rescue with Dahlgren, and anything that's left over here, California is going to go and just beat the ever-living crap out of. So we'll take California due west. Dahlgren,
Turn to course. 308. Hell my.
go and pick up some very wet and angry PLAN with their Russian counterparts. And yes, Flibble, they have called them all. It is all People's Liberation Army, Air Force, and Navy, so it's all full acronyms and stuff like that. So it's and all the weapons and all the sensors, so it really scratches my weapon nerd itch while playing this. Cool. P3 is just about to get on its attack run. Yeah. So, USSR, PLA, and DPRK have all launched a coordinated attack in the Pacific and South and East China Sea areas, in conjunction with the Soviets storming in their tank brigades across Western Europe. Right, we should be able to see him in front of us at some point. Where are you? He should be out there somewhere. No, they've expanded the forces, blue and red, massively. So, we have, in fact, let me see if I can grab up the unit reference thing. Currently in game, we have all of these countries as assets in the game. I know a lot of them reuse ships and aircraft and things like that, as was the style at the time. So 50s and 60s up until 90s, early 90s. One of the scenarios that I've done in this is the naval bombardment opening to Desert Storm. The carrier group going up and just basically destroying the L4 Peninsula. Alright, now we're on an attack run. Let's bomb this guy, as he has no air defense. Seems kind of on point as well to have JMSDF dropping bombs on carriers. So yes, you can, I think one of the beginner scenarios, one of the earlier scenarios, is the first use of an anti-ship missile by, was it the Egyptians or the Libyans, against the Israelis, in the Eastern Med. That's probably the earliest scenario, but then there's other ones from Vietnam as well, going along Vietnamese coast doing shore bombardments, things like that. Now, here is the target. We should be able to see the P3 coming in. Yes, it is. In-game, that is what the delivery service is called. So I think the devs are I think the devs are fans. Here's our should be up here somewhere. Yeah, they'll probably be blaming the black cats for bad luck in a minute. I don't know if it comes from the game audio enough, but through my headphones certainly I can now hear the props above the ship. Here he comes! This is gonna be good. Ah, cool. So, throughout the campaign we get little reports pop up like this, and they're really well done. They've spent a lot of time trying to get them as accurate as possible. Yeah, cool. Objectives met, everything's destroyed. Return, rearm. We're not going to. We are going to be incredibly thorough, and we are going to go around picking up survivors. She'll explain why when we get back to reorganizing our surface group. Seeing the message for it give me yeah. I showed this game level to a mutual IRL friend of ours while I was playing a one of the Los Angeles class missions, and he said something similar about hearing the deep sea noise and the sonar pings. So right, so California more than outmatches two Grishas. So even though we can send Dogran off to go and collect survivors, leaving her alone, she is more than capable of kicking their ass. And no, we are not going to be.
015 is classified. Neutral merchant.
Yes, quite. We are not going to be Philistines and cavemen using guns. Hell no. We're going to destroy these guys with technology. Our P3 friend should be able to help us out with that. Especially if we bring on that sort of course, so they can attack from this direction. Although we might get the merchant at that point. In fact, coming from this direction. Those creatures need to be introduced to Mr. Harpoon. Mr. Harpoon has already been introduced to the surface fleet. So we use the ASM-1s on the Orion to take out at least one of these guys, and then California is probably just going to close to surface engagement range with her SM-1s and batter one of them with a full unload, I think. Which should be about 5 missiles at this point, given her current sensors and target tracking. Or sorry, weapon tracking, not target tracking. One that might interest you, Flibble, as well. So this campaign is the first one they've done where it's you build the fleet or surface group to your choice. You get a load of points. It's effectively mini wargaming style. Points list, go nuts. complete a series of missions. The next nations and fleet assets and stuff they're going to put in will be Royal Navy and Argentinian Navy. So the big hope is that they do something similar to this, but for a certain disagreement in the South Atlantic in the 80s. That should be coming in the next quarter, I think it is. So yeah, if it does go on sale, definitely pick this up. Yeah, San Carlos would be funny. Let's do a bit of time compression. Get things within range. We don't have time to sit around, we want to see things blow up. Alright. JMSDF is about on target, so let's hopefully not hit the merchant.
Wipe on the way! Wipe on the way!
They're not bad anti-ship missiles. Let's see. Does it actually give us the... Nope, it does not. Yep, yeah. Let's see. Not quite an air-launched harpoon. It's probably similar to an Exocet. No, said merchant has no countermeasures. And if it does, it's not a neutral. Which point is a free fire zone. They are tracking good. Talent Seekers on. This is why I'm worried about these missiles. Hopefully they don't target the merchant. If they do, oh well. You know, we will get punished for collateral damage, but war is hell. Four missiles should... This Grisha 3, if it takes 2 or more, will literally jump out of the water. And California is bearing down on them
Track 7,
as well, so...
1, 8 is classified. Neutral, merchant.
Oh, they're gonna go active. There we go. Hey! All 4 missiles active. And slewed onto Grisha.
1, 1 is classified.
Geneva suggestions, yes.
Warship.
I'm trying to remember now what the Grishas have on there. Ooh. Hey, a Russian point defense. Actually rather good. So this will be down to Callie to do all by herself. Alright. Move our Japanese friend out of the way.
Roger, go to altitude 1000.
So we definitely don't want them getting hit. Oh, it was confirmed as an AGI. Okay. This little bugger is a USSR AGI, which is Auxiliary Intelligence Gathering Ship, or something like that. We don't like them. They give our position away. And they're enemy combatants. So, Dogrin, 2 Rim 76 on the target, please.
Engaging track 7011. Bulldog away. Track 7011.
Naval gunfire required there. No, well, we shall see what we can do with missiles. We get to reload and rearm after this for free, so
Hit track 7011.
we can be fairly fast and loose with munitions in this mission. But there will be points where we will have to worry about ammunition expenditure and damage, things like that. Because this is persistence. So if you lose a ship in mission 2, it's not going to be there for mission 3, and yeah, stuff like that. It's good. It actually makes you think about. You can't just charge a frigate as something on a suicide run, because that frigate's kind of useful. Okay. California armed with a 2 Mark 13 launchers. I think she is. We're going to need to get to map mode this. This is a nice new addition in the game as well. Recently put in 2 updates ago. You mouse over something or the weapon selected, it actually tells you time of flight, sensor range, kinematic range. It tells you your engagement ranges. Yes, yes. Yeah, flinging a frigate at, say, a CV or a heavy cruiser or something like that, definitely worth it. But if you can do it without losing the frigate, even better. So we're going to need to close to 20 nautical miles. So on the visual horizons, let's see. Span these out because we don't really care about their air defense at this point. Cool. So we need to get to there. Real time, it will take us until 2140 to get there. Thank heavens we've got time compression. See how fast she mulches these two. Yeah, thanks, B3. And once we smash these, we'll come and pick up survivors as well, because, you know, it's the nice thing to do. Totally not just because we get, you know, rewards for it. Alright, so are you close enough yet? Not quite. As soon as they're inside the inner range circle, the system should update and we should then be able to just start opening fire. Yes, there is that as well. Okay, so first Grisha is in range. Just wait for the second one to get in. Should be... There we go. Cool. So we'll pause so we can do a simultaneous order, effectively. Using both launchers we can.
Engaging track 7. Engaging track. Engage track 7. Engaging track.
Do something like that.
0, 1, 0.
Hopefully she should.
Bulldog away.
There we are.
Track 7, 0, 0, 9.
If she behaves, she should unmask all of her launchers and tracking radars, and then just start engaging things. Yeah, using standard missiles in anti-surface roles. It's kind of nice, and it makes life a lot easier.
Multiple hostile contacts detected.
But if these close in any closer, then we will definitely be switching to naval gunfire.
Hit track 7, 0, 0, 9. Multiple hostile contacts detected.
Ah. Alright, one hit.
Bulldog away. Track 7, 0, 1, 0.
I am trying not to overspend or underspend, but we may have underspent.
Multiple hostile contacts detected.
And the Geneva Friends thing is why Dogman's going up here to pick up all these survivors.
Bulldog away. Track 7, 0, 1, 0.
That should be another hit.
Hit track 7, 0.
There we go.
1, 0. Multiple hostile contacts detected.
But they are still coming. They are still kind of viable and threatening. So we'll put another round into, at least.
Engage track 7. Engaging track. Bulldog away. Track 7, 0, 0, 9.
Except we can be fast and loose with missiles in this mission.
Bulldog away. Track 7, 0. Hit track 7, 0, 1, 0.
Oh, this is why I love taking California and flings missiles out. She's got a magazine that she has twice the magazine capacity of most other ships in the game. That we have access to anyway.
Hit track 7, 0, 0, 9. Track 7, 0, 1, 0.
That's another hit, so that first Grisha's gone. And that's the second. Just to make sure we don't hit anything else. Again, new update. We now have self-destruct buttons for all of our weapons. Oh, quality of life improvements and realistic improvements. Alright. Grishas are done. I'm not seeing any life rafts around them though, so Merchant has sunk. Right. We may not have as many survivors to pick up as we hope. On the side of California. forget that you kind of should be able to read those things. Come on, Flibble. What does it say? Starboard side, so... this one? Is that genuinely F-U-C-K, is it? Actually, now what we're flying on the Dahlgren? We're flying the same. Is it the same on the... Definitely F-U-C, doubting myself on the final one. Okay. Is it the same on both? Is Dahlgren flying the same? She is kind of loud. Just thought I should probably move my should probably move my mini-me to somewhere. That's probably a better place for me, actually. Yeah. Homework for you. Find out what they're actually what they're flying up there. Rusty, I think crusty is probably a better descriptor. Anywho, let's see if we can pick up survivors. We'll do this at big increased speed because we don't want to be hanging around doing this forever. NEAH. Okay.
Track 7019 is classified. Neutral, merchant.
So if we slow Dahlgren down to 1/3,
Maneuvering eye.
she should be able to come in and pick up these little life rafts, which will be picking up survivors. But the Flibble, are the flags just for, just like, do the flags actually have a use on the side? I thought it was always just like sending orders to each other. But survivors picked it. Sending messages, identifying your unit if needed. Alright, okay. Kind of a don't shoot me, shoot him type of thing. Next one, yeah. And hopefully California can go Well, yeah, we can declare everyone go MCON, but thankfully there is no Morse or anything like that in game. Like ship to ship and ship to other platform comms is kind of just done in the background. Thankfully, as are other things like data link and stuff like that. Um, that's coded into the game, but thankfully it all happens in the background. Yes, yes. Um, ESM and well, passive um, detection is a big thing in the game. Um, for this mission, they already know where we are, so it pays for us turning and burning. But yeah, you can do entire engagements without ever turning on um, your radar systems. And in some sort of scenarios, it's actually very encouraged to do everything with passive. I'll see if I can give you an example of that in the next mission. I think we'll be able to get 2, maybe 3 missions done this afternoon. Show off a bit of ASW, bit of air stuff. Yeah, it should be good. Because one of the last patches was a massive change to the sonar um, in the game. It's a lot more realistic now. So
On station.
a good sonar equipped vessel now is such a key asset. Get those survivors. Happy days. Again, it's not just for you know role playing reasons. Although people, myself included, do SAR, have been doing SAR since the game kind of first came out and introduced life rafts and stuff. Campaign-wise, picking up survivors will actually benefit us in the long run with additional points. So we'll pick up some angry Russians. And then the last load of Chinese. How's Cali going on? California has picked up those, so
Turn to course.
pick up some more angry Russians.
60. Hell my.
So useful being able to time compress to do this, otherwise it would take hours. Cool, so she's picked up all these stress beacons here, which is great.
Turn to course.
Head back down south.
1, 3. Hell my.
So when California comes in and picks up whatever is left floating around this merchant, we can call mission complete. So audio is all good. Mic's not peaking too much. Game audio good. Roger, roger. Suppose we could actually up our speed to get to where we
Ahead
want to go.
full. Maneuvering aye.
That would make life a lot easier.
Ahead 1/3. Maneuvering aye.
Hey, last load of survivors picked up. Happy days. So, now safely call mission complete. Decisive victory, all objectives met, everything's destroyed, allied units, no one took any damage, and 184 survivors picked up. Exit that. So, after action reports. California and Dahlgren's crews have gone up in proficiency to regular. Been awarded task force points for 100, and because we picked up 180 odd survivors, we have got ourselves 18 additional points. So effectively, it's 10% of survivors that you pick up will be additional points, which is cool. Actually gives you a real incentive to do it, rather than just for RPing. All right, mission 2. I'm gonna drop a save. Just in case we have any issues. Because there are some save and loading glitches still. Alright, mission 2. Action in the Taiwan Strait. Hostilities underway across the Western Pacific. Chinese have used the opportunity to launch an offensive operation against the nationalist-held islands in the Taiwan Strait. You have been tasked to strike a Chinese landing force approaching Dongyin Islands. Proceed west from Okinawa, then engage and destroy this invasion force. Okay, and we have additional points to play with, so we can customize our surface group a little more. After mission, we'll be fully rearmed and repaired again. Good times, so we can be a little bit liberal with our munitions again. Medium sort of surface threat, again a low air threat, but we also now have a subsurface threat. Only low, so 1 to 2 submarines, PLF, air assets, an SA2 site, so that's gonna be probably about 40 nautical miles that we'll need to stay away from that. So probably might be even a bit less. Need to double check. So we need to be able to again hit a lot of surface targets which we should be able to do. We'll also deal with a new subsurface threat. Does it tell us in the briefing what what threats we have? Let's see. 2 surface strike forces of PLA and destroyers and coastal craft, so very similar to what we've gone up against last time. Bombers and fighters should be expected, and PLA and diesel submarines are likely active. Okay. We have Darkstar with us again, so we have airborne early warning and control. And we have F-15 cap provided for us. But we still need to be on the ball with air defense. So our objectives are sink the amphibious force and then bugger off. Yeah, we could definitely look at doing something like that. Of course, point is kind of moot if we are picked up by Chinese sensors. So there's a radar site up here. There is a diesel submarine operating here. And then we've got 2 service groups, plus any other, PLA Air Force stuff that's in the air. So if there's any like Tupolev recon aircraft or anything like that that's up, they're going to spot us from miles away. So, but yeah, hit the amphibious force utterly is a good shout. But we need something to do ASW because we don't have anything at the minute. Can you take out shoreside radar sites? Yes. Yeah, we do have some surface like targeting capabilities. Naval gunfire, missiles, things like that. But we currently don't have access to oodles of stuff. Here is the task force builder. We have 154 points currently to play with, which is not a lot. American ship-wise, just interested to see what this game has in it. Oh yeah. So you can get you can do full seed operations if you want. Airborne ECM seed assets, things like that. I don't think we have access to down at the minute, which is annoying. Too early for OHPs. We could take short hulls at the minute, which are bloody expensive for what they are. As the Americans, we don't have access to them. But yeah, an OHP long hull with towed array, helo, something like that would be amazing. But because of the points we have left, we are going to be limited, I think, to just taking a couple of Knox class frigates, which aren't, it's not bad. Both coming in with variable depth sonar, helo, and more harpoons. So plus they've got a good sonar array. So we shall. Let's see. Pick up. Take 2. 2 would be a good shout. So we can bang in 2 frigates. Who will take care of our ASW really, really well. And later on, we can upgrade these to replace the VDS with a towed array anyway. Only drama being they have no point defense. Dipping kilos will help here. We can't put anything other than small rotary onto the Noxes. Otherwise, yes, I would be looking at grabbing a Sea King. But what we can do with the SH2s is we can drop passive and active sonar buoys. So we can lay sonar buoy fields out ahead of the task force to basically clear ourselves a corridor and a box to operate in, which will probably be the plan. Yeah, they can drop sonar buoys and then stay on site near them to keep listening in. Alright, let's... So we know there's a sub around here. Diesel Chinese boats are pretty crap. So let's say we declare this like 10 nautical mile area as kind of like a do not go into a note until we know it's clear. We'll set up the formation so that we have Knox and Grey probably about 5 miles out would work. Because we don't want to push them out too far. Yes, noisy as hell. If we push Knox and Grey out to about there, they're still in range of California and Dogwood to provide air defense, but they're far enough away that if they do stumble across a sub, we're not going to have to completely go bananas. So we'll go with that. We'll start there-ish. I need to alter the formation again. Nope, that'll work. Okay. I'm trying to remember the name of the Chinese sub. Han class, that's what it is. Their first sort of big nuke boat. When you come across things like that in game, they are noisy as hell. You can hear them from miles away. Still, let's give it a go. Let's clear our way in, destroy the amphibious force, and anything else that comes at us. Let's go! Two FSGs could go MCON silent using pasta array. Other DG go radar picket. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Multiple contacts detected.
I'm gonna pause just to organize everything. Just make sure that everyone is on MCON. Yeah, so the frigates can stay at MCON with healers dropping to find this up. Yeah. So we're going to launch both our ASW helos. Rotaries on ships in the game defaults to being set to an ASW loadout. Let's see. We've got Dark Star again on station for us, doing air and surface search, but I want to bring them up to here. We have a flight of 2 F-15s. No Phoenixes. Boo. But we like air cover over us, so we'll get them on station as quickly as possible. And then, and we've got a lot of contacts to sort out as well. But let's plan out some sonoways while everyone is kicking off. So we think there is a sub in and around, let's call it that sort of area. And our target is probably going to be this. See, air contacts already making themselves known. 900 feet, 550 knots. There is a Tupolev recoil plane. So this is hostile. I think that's a flight of 2. Yes. We're picking these up by Darkstar. Darkstar's picking these up for us on its radar. So we want to have... we can pretty much ignore that as the immediate, because we ain't going anywhere near there. We are proceeding that way's direction, so take a line 5 miles either side. It's going to be like not the greatest viewing experience for the moment because planning, but do this roughly anyway. So, and that'll do. Cool. So this is the box we're going to clear.
Roger. Turn 358.
Oh, you can
Roger. Turn 179. Roger. Turn 023.
And once they get to their respective places, order them to drop passives every 5 nautical miles, up to about there. Do the same when he's ready too. There we go. So they're now just going to drop Sonar Boy Field out along those 2 lines and clear us a box, clear us a corridor in. Resize that so we've actually got a workable map. Air threat coming in. Are the F-15s going to be on station in time? Maybe. Who knows? Probably. Given the fact that this has probably seen us already. With a 270 to 300 nautical mile range, yes, definitely. We can go air defense, like air defense weapons free, effectively. Cool. And they've started pinging their air searches. So as soon as these guys get in range, yeah, we will light them up. If the F-15s don't do it before, which they might do.
Roger. Turn 252.
Not that we don't know what anything else is at the minute. Start asking things to identify themselves. So that's a merchant.
7015 is classified. Neutral merchant.
These things not responding. Can you tell the frigates to stream their total arrays? We do, yes. So the Noxes, these version of the Nox, have a VDS. What is our environment? Layer depth. So we have no layer where the Noxes are at the minute. On either of them, so that's cool. So we shouldn't need to string the VDS, but we will. We'll set it to below.
Lower the VDS transducer. Sonar eye.
Are you doing that? No, don't go active.
Sonar eye. Lower the
Same.
secure active sonar. Sonar eye.
As we don't have a layer at the minute, it's not too useful, but yep, there it goes. VDS on the way. The F-15s should actually be able to take these out.
Roger. Turn 233. Air search on.
Thank you. Turn on air search and start.
Engaging track 702. Fox 1.
Start letting flyboys actually earn their paychecks. You engage.
Engage track 7020.
Tomcats are really the exception when it comes to look down radars in this game.
Track 70 bandits.
Nice.
Track 7 bandits.
Whoop. Why are you firing?
Ceasefire track.
Oh, did I accidentally tell you to fire more? Oh well. Cool. No more air threat.
Turn on station. Roger. Turn 267.
Well, saying that. Go and
Turn 272.
investigate that. Head up the way. Right, what else do we have? So these, all medium contacts, moving at 15 knots, approximately, and of course, 99, 98, 98, with a merchant right next to them. We'll need to identify this. These guys, will they respond to the F-15s? F-14s, rather. Oh no, F-15. No, do not respond. Do not respond. Both traveling on...
Emergency racket bearing.
Okay.
Roger.
Divert.
026.
And
Cherokee.
get the fuck out of there.
Emergency racket bearing.
Yes, RWRs are a thing.
Buoy away.
So these gits were trying to engage our fighters. So I'm declaring you two hostile for definite. May even be in range actually to shoot. Just make sure these guys are back safe. Altitude 37.
Altitude 37000.
Are they in range of frigates? Yes.
Buoy away.
Okay. Briefing had enemy DGs expected. Yes. These two up here are also kind of traveling the same course and speed, and 37 knots, so these are going to be hostile as well. Air coming in 6,000 feet, 400 knots. This isn't a civilian plane. Alright. Pause to make it synced, but Grey and Nox are going to engage at least these two. We'll wait a minute to classify that one. So Grey, Nox put 2 harpoons onto the northern one.
Engage track 7003.
Grey,
Salvo fire.
2 harpoon
Engage track 7004.
onto the middle.
Bulldog away. Track 7004.
If they are hostile, DDs, I do not want to put the helos anywhere near them.
Bulldog away. Track 7004.
Now we've got a 7-minute reload on these two. They fire from their ASROC launchers, which is the I'm trying to remember the UK
On station.
equivalent. Was the what was it called? Was it Akara? Something like that. The rocket launch torpedo.
Buoy away.
I could actually look that up. Okay.
Submerged submarine. Contact detected.
Ooh. Okay, so this is the passive system kind of working. We get ellipses, we get lines of bearing, and we've also got vampires. Amazing.
New intel message received.
This is going from bad to worse very quickly. Inbound group of PLA and warships to your southwest. I think we just classified one of them actually. 2 Luda-class destroyers, carrying 6 HY-1s. 43 nautical mile range. Okay. So that'll be these two. 43 nautical miles.
Track 7002 is classified. Hostile warship.
Let's turn off some map layers. So this just went from flash to bang very quickly. We have an enemy we have a noise contact here where we think the diesel sub was operating. Mark that up.
Roger, turn 3.
Task. We'll task the rotaries to go and investigate, but they're going to have to be very careful with... Yeah, we're going to class that as hostile. Dogran, put 2 on it, please.
Bulldog away. Track 7005.
Yeah, subsurface contacts, surface contacts, and missiles coming in, with a potential other missile threat from our southwest. This got crazy very quickly. Speed are we going? 19 knots. Hell no. In fact, let's open up weapon systems.
Turn to course 179. Hell my.
Unmask things anyway. turned due south. Let's get a wiggle on.
Ahead standard. Maneuvering eye.
See if we can punch these out the way. Have they gone active yet? No.
Track
I think we were right to call that one hostile.
7 is classified. Hostile warship.
Ooh, spoofed.
006 is classified. Hostile warship.
Shot down. Oh, we may have underspent on this. Is this one going to get spoofed as well?
Birds away. Track 70.
Alright, engaging ASMs. It did, it got spoofed. Dang. That's 4 harpoons. Not. That's 4 harpoons wasted. And these are. This is essentially Chinese knockoff.
Same launch. Same launch.
From who? Who was that? Vampire 1. Okay, so the F-15s are too close.
5 is classified. Hostile warship.
Anyway, these are effectively just Chinese silkworms. Okay, so we're really going to need to engage surface.
On station.
How do we want to do this? Do we harpoon them? Can we harpoon down here? Alright. We'll do this real time.
On station.
Does Cali have a firing solution? Kind of, but they might hit that merchant. Fortune and glory, Dr. Jones. Alright, so 2,
Engaging track 7.
2.
Engaging track 7002. Salvo engaging track 7. Engage
3 should work.
7002.
And 1,
Engaging track 7.
2.
Engage track 7004.
Silbran, 1,
Engage
2,
engage track
3,
engaging track
4.
engage track 7003.
And why not?
Engaging track 7.
Empty magazines.
Track 70. Bulldog away. Track 7005.
Empty those mags. That underspend on that first salvo is going to be so painful.
Track 7003. Track 7004 is classified. Hostile warship.
You watch, these two will probably hit,
Track
but
7004. Bulldog away. Track
okay, so hostile noise confirmed.
7005. Track 7027 is
Easy Rider 2,
hostile submerged submarine.
drop some passive, and Easy Rider 1, drop an active right in his path. Again, needing to watch out that we don't get too close to those. Oh, come on, hit.
Hit track 7005.
Yes! means those later ones are probably going to hit the merchant, but
Turn to course.
oh well.
269. Hell my.
That is a price I am willing to pay. Shouldn't be going through a bloody combat zone. Alright.
Buoy away.
Prosecute these. Want to know what it is. Do we need to change course with the fleet? Can we engage the damn thing? Clean up this map a little. Got to draw in and it gets overly complicated. Strike there. And drag you.
7-2. Track 7003 is classified. Hostile warship.
703. Cool. Yep, that's already.
On station.
I'm hoping this thing does not decide to jump over and hit the merchant. But oh well. Needs must.
Buoy away.
What are you? What are you? So you're either a Wuhan or a Type 33. You're not a Romeo because we know you're a Chinese sub. Wuhan would be kind of interesting to see. Probably a Type 33. What do we care about? We care about what weapons they have. So 5 nautical mile range on anti-surface torpedo and 5 nautical mile range anti-surface. Do you have any different? 22 nautical miles on missiles. You'd have fired at us if you had that. Alright, 5 nautical miles torpedoes. So 5 nautical mile bubble. How far away? 26. Well, if he surfaces, then we'll know. There's not going to be a cruise missile sub. Not a chance. Things are looking dicey. Chaffing. Trying to defend themselves.
Buoy away.
This merchant is probably absolutely bricking themselves right now.
7005.
Where was that hit? Oh, that was on them. Really? Okay. At least we got something out of it.
Hit track
2 down.
7004.
Did we not hit him? We did not hit him at all. Wow. Are you going to reacquire? Come on, reacquire. Go on. You son of a... I hate early harpoons. They're so annoying. They just have a mind of their own. Alright, The looters. Let's see. Let's see if we get the looters. We'll finish off the last frigate. Probably with SM1s. Hey, it is indeed a Type 33. So,
Roger. Turn 164.
wow, deal with him in a second. Oh, we're gonna sink a couple of destroyers. Come on, baby, come on.
Hit track 7.
That's one hit.
0, 0,
Two.
1.
Second. Another 2 hits. Three hits. Fourth missile coming in on the second target. Is it gonna be hit?
Hit track 7.
Okay, so that's one looter gone. Other looter hit a few times, crippled, burning. Alright. Sub time. Sub is 253 feet down. There she is. Moving 8 knots. Alright. What is our layer depth? If any? None. Alright.
On station.
Search depth shallow. We'll go for 45 knot launch speed. Salvo 2 from behind, please. Go, 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 go. Preferably before that
Roger. Turn 075.
jing gets up on you. Worried now about that frigate. And 2 PTGs coming in. Amazing.
Whip it away. Roger. RTB.
Yep. Go rearm and reload. It's torpedo time. It's both weapons active. Both have acquired. Type 33 diesel sub probably tops out. Yeah, 15 knots. So you was about to have a very bad day, sir. Has he even seen them yet? Still staying at 8 knots, so probably not. Haven't picked up any noisemakers. Oh, you poor bastards. You are about to get double teamed. By 2 Mark 46s. Should see him screeching in from behind.
Hit track 7.
Boom.
0,
That's 1.
7.
And 2. Happy days. I should stop dicking around with stuff on the second monitor. We've got ships to sink. Right. full helo out for the time being, so it's safe. We need to finish up this lot. We have 2 harpoons left on Grey, 2 harpoons left on Nox, ready to fire. Everybody else out. You were unhit in the last salvo. Alright, Grey. I want you to put a single shot onto that looter.
Track 7, Bulldog away. Track 7, 0.
And a single shot onto the chick.
7, 0, 0.
Nox. 2 at frigate, please.
Bulldog away. Track 7, 0, 0, 3.
Come on, fire rate delay. Urgh.
Bulldog away. Track 7, 0, 0, 3.
Happy days. He's Evo's turned away. So we should be able to charge down. Well, if we get rid of him and the looter's no longer a threat, we can charge down into this and start carving up Broadway. It's gonna be brilliant. There's gonna be guns going off, missiles flying everywhere, Chinese landing forces becoming new reefs. So let's start closing the distance. But as we have missiles going out, how is everyone's Sunday going? Everybody having nice, sunny, hot weather? I am currently roasting to death. Always good. Yep. In fact, streaming today actually made me get up off my backside for once and square admin before midday. A rarity these days. Shall we take bets and see if he's going to survive another strike attempt? If he is, this guy's picking our lottery numbers for the week. Whoever that is, I think he's probably about in range to fire back at us shortly, so he kind of needs to go.
Multiple hostile contacts detected.
Doggo alarm block. Yeah, I'm glad I do not have to deal with that these days. Come on! He's firing man pads at the thing. I'm gonna be so happy when we can get Charlie variant of the harpoon. Makes life so much easier. Spoo from jamming, come on. You have led a charmed life, you little git.
Hit track.
Ah!
003.
Still not dead. Evidently his kung fu was not strong enough to stop all harpoons. How's the looter getting on? Well, I think we may have a new reef again. Either that or they've decided to install an indoor swimming pool. So I don't think we need to worry about their anti-ship missiles. This, guys, we're gonna do. Where's that missile coming in from? 45 degrees? Four miles out, we should see it somewhere around here. It fires. It may fire it. Yeah. Not quite dead.
Hit track.
Suck it.
001.
Okay, last surface threat is this charmed individual. Do we have any other air? Recon flight, and is this the? This should be the bomber that launched at us. So
Roger. Turn 255.
oh shoot! And from the briefing there was an SA2 bearish, I think it was. In fact, if we grab up unit reference, SA2. Let's see, 27 nautical mile range. Okay. So don't go anywhere near that. I like SA2 is like okay, nerdy moment. He promoted a submarine. Yes. Nerdy moment. SA2 guideline. This piques my weapons geekiness.
On station.
Purely because it scared the shit out of the Americans during the 60s when it shot down their prized aircraft and gave the Russians a new hotel guest by the name of Gary Powers. Because they thought it couldn't reach him. Little did they know that it could. USSR spent so much money on their rocket boosters. How far away is he now? 32 nautical miles. Is he still moving? No. Does he still have active weapon systems? Probably.
Roger. Turn 264.
You've still got weapons, and we're about to get to the edge of our corridor, so give me a northern field across there. Oh, when they put that... Oh, if only I could fire SA2s at Bono. Ah. Can somebody make that my, like, if I ever end up on, like, Make-A-Wish or something like that, that's what I want to do. Fire an SA2 guideline at Bono. Right, how far away do we need to be? 21 nautical miles, so we've got to get a wiggle on. especially if we want to start intercepting this lot as well.
Track 7011 is classified. Hostile warship.
Awesome. Took their time. Who's ID'd that? We've actually picked that up on one of our passives. It's miles away. Let's see, so course 81 degrees, traveling 17 knots. So anyone that's in formation is a pretty good shout to start calling these hostile. 7 different course. These need to get the heck out of the way. But that's our primary objective. Still got to worry about those two. They are armed with, yeah, silkworm again. Timo silkworm. Timu silkworm. We are now out of harpoons. Yeah. Right. Blows in. We shall speed up time. So we don't want to increase to full.
Track 700.
So that we can keep our sonars.
Hostile warship.
Oh, the Nox is still working. Let's clean up the map.
Turn to course 284. Hell my.
How are we looking? We need to alter this formation slightly. So by default, whenever we are sailing, we alter the course of the formation, it'll literally turn and face that direction. We need to make sure that they maintain their relative positions. So I want Nox about there-ish, Grey about there-ish, Dolgren, yeah, can stay about there. So now they'll hold that formation, no matter which way they face. Are the F-15s equipped with air defense munitions? Do they have AGM-65? Oh, do they have Mavericks? No.
2 is classified.
We unfortunately only have Sidewinders and Sparrows on them.
3 is classified. Hostile warship.
We could do gun runs. They do have their 20 mils.
On station. Buoy away.
It's probably not safe, given that we know this guy still has his like close range anti-air, and potentially still has man pads on board. But if we had access to an airbase or a carrier or something like that, then yes, we could. Scenario fitting. Bang. Mavericks, 83s. I think on later loadouts of Tomcat, we can actually put paveways onto the damn things. Ah, the patrol boats. I would, but they're within the SA2's bubble. And they do have their own, have their own air defense. Yeah, 25 mil cannons on board. Zoom in. Zoom in enhance. Yeah, charging these things with Tomcats probably would result in the Tomcats getting hit. But these aren't an issue right now. We can deal with them later. These two coming in, however, may be a drama. Do I need you to go M? No, stay at MCOM. You're still turning and burning. Says with guns on the upper deck, I'll be looking to hit stationary target. Yeah, crews in this are somewhat more accurate than their real-life counterparts. How far for naval guns? 12. Okay. Stay on things. As soon as we start getting into range, we will start flinging missiles downrange. For example, as soon as we are, 3 miles closer with California, we can start lobbing missiles at the frigate. Heck, even if Dahlgren actually has a shot, no, way too out of range yet. But if we get just off the coast, we will start being able to pick off their aircraft as well. You finished your sweep, so
094.
I am happy that this was the only sub around. Ah, Christ.
Birds away. Track 7048.
That's annoying. So, air formation.
Multiple
Positions off.
birds away. Track 7049. Turn to course.
Turn south.
189. Hell my.
Unmask all weapon systems. You cheeky buggers.
Birds away. Track 705.
California doing what California does. Are we going to be able to see? We should start seeing. There's one.
Vampire. Bearing. Track 7051.
Hopefully, there are 3 other explosions on the horizon. Oh, come on!
Birds away. Track vampire.
Bang! There's one.
Vampire. Bearing.
And yes, nice job.
Turn
Cool.
course 271. Hell my.
Resume northwesterly course. Now these two have done that to us. They've kind of blown their load, so they're not really a threat to us anymore. Up speed again. Close the distance. Start sending some more stuff downrange. Hopefully Grey does not have to deal with getting around this merchant. They might have to. Are you gonna... Yeah, you're gonna be in the way.
To course 263. Hell my.
To come south. Suppose then that means we can actually cut in from the south. Sandwich these. Alright, Callie. Are you in range? Yes, you are. Engage.
Engage track 703. Salvo fire.
2 room 66s, please. In your own time. Are you gonna be a dick? 'Cause I'm on time compression, probably.
Ceasefire track.
A little bit out of range, I think.
Engage track 7003. Salvo fire.
Stop misbehaving.
Engage track 7003.
She really is.
Ceasefire track.
Alright, close in a bit more. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Can you fire now?
Engage track 7003.
No, you're still being shirty. Why are you being shirty?
Ceasefire.
They haven't sank. No, they're still there. You still should be able to pick them up on radar. Oh, you running your radar? You are not running your radar.
Surface
That's
search
why.
on. Radar eye.
Now can you engage?
Engaging track 703.
Yes.
Bulldog away. Track 7003.
Why is it not working? Turn it on and off again. Good measure.
Engaging track 70.
And you launch a second.
Bulldog away.
Thank you.
Track 7. Ceasefire track.
Do you have any Sea Whiz or point defense left? Gonna go with no.
Hit track 7003.
Okay. Right. Struck that munition. Surface threats left to deal with just the objectives, so
Ahead standard. Maneuvering eye.
ahead
Full.
full.
Maneuvering eye. Ahead full.
You want ahead full?
Maneuvering eye.
Let's close the distance with these guys. And the earlier PT boats have decided discretion is the better part of valor.
Roger. Turn 266.
Let's get this done.
On station.
Sink these guys and then it's sail back to Okinawa. Crack open a cold one. So you can, these armed, yep, but as long as we stay 4 miles away from them, we don't know where these are yet. What can they be? Probably more frigates. Well, minesweepers. Okay. Minesweeper, convert. torpedo boats would be funny, but more than likely going to be just small corvettes, minesweepers. So we vastly outgun them. What do we do? Do we do it quick and efficiently with missiles, or shall we unleash some naval gunfire? Do I have a coin for the flip? Come on, Flibble, your decision. Missiles or guns? Old-fashioned way. Roger. Well, in that case, formation course, cross them there. Great. I need you to come in like that. So Nox should be able to start engaging. Lead vessel momentarily. Right, Nox, go hunting.
Weapon error. No track assigned.
Screw you.
Engaging track 7010. Salvo fire.
Ranging shots out. Callie is gonna take a couple of minutes to get on. But we will have her. Maintain course and speed. Maintain course and speed. Ray, get in there.
Ahead full.
Full.
Maneuvering eye.
We want some gunfire. Nox engaging. Where's your helo?
Roger. Turn 262. Roger. RTB.
Now, conducting air ops while firing at the enemy. Not a good thing to do. In fact, put your...
Air surface search on. Radar eye.
should help.
Track 7010.
Nice. Annoyingly, we can't tell how good a hit it is because we don't have confirmation of what they are. So we can't click on them. But we can see the rounds going in. As soon as we know what it is, we'll actually be able to assess damage. Callie, how far away are you? A couple of nautical miles yet. Go on, Nox. Give it to him.
Hit track 7010.
Trying what is the caliber of that? A 127mm Mark 42, which is the older rapid fire gun.
Hit track 7010.
Oh, that's why I turned the radar on. But no, they don't actually have a star shell mechanic or anything like that in the game. I guess because it'd probably be a little bit too difficult and like, yeah, probably be a bit too difficult to implement and really not needed. Because we can just flick the surface search on.
Hit track
start carving them up.
Track 70110
Hey!
is classified. Hostile warship.
There it goes. Nox. Fire again. Take out the other escort.
Engaging track 7009. Salvo fire.
Gunnery's fodder. Bandits? Where? Who the hell's calling bandit? 23. Yeah, we know it's a bandit. I sail for China, but my friend is being shot at. I think Nox might need to work on its accuracy. Oh, you... Were you never a fan of having to do 4-5 stuff?
Hit track 7009. Track 7009 is classified. Hostile warship.
Well, that is one thing we do get to actually see. Now that we've got the helo coming in, while it's engaging surface vessels.
Hit track 7009.
Are the lights correct? It should be. But I don't think they actually differentiate on the flight deck. Port and starboard. They do on the carrier lighting, so that works.
Hit track 7009.
Is California
Ahead 1/3.
in range? Yes. California engaged. That's
Track 7008.
Dogran.
Salvo fire.
Engage.
Engage
That's
track. Hit track 7009.
make sure the dog's got her surface on.
Search on. Radar eye.
And we'll let California and Dogran unmask weapons as needed. Off she goes.
Hit track 7008.
It's a very pretty cruiser. Not my favourite USN ship at the time.
009.
Will admit to being a Ticonderoga fanboy because I love what that ship did. Just from a technology standpoint.
008. Engaging track 7.
As Noble World 1
08. Salvo fire. Hit track 7011.
the poet laureate himself, Private Baldrick.
Hit track 7011.
It is kind of nuts to see just these absolutely laying waste to stuff.
Hit track 7008.
These are not the biggest guns that we get access to in the game, and certainly not in the campaign.
Hit track 7011.
We get some nice, shiny well drilled in
Hit track.
16-inch guns later on.
008.
Alright,
Hit track.
let's do a bit of time compression.
008.
Nox even... Are you? Ooh. Nox actually is.
Hit track. 008.
You want to be within range to take the P.
Hit track. 7011.
Nox, close in.
Hit track.
Let's lob some torpedoes overboard as well. Why not?
Decoy out. Hit track.
There's a misclick and a half.
008.
Oh no, you don't have the mod 5s, you have mod 2s. You've got mod 2s. Has Ian's got mod 2s as well? Do. Dang it. I missed the mod 5s. Oh, it's mod 4.
Hit track. 7011. Engage track.
Kadaka, please.
011. Hit track. 7011. Engaging track. 7011. Salvo fire. Hit track. 7011. Hit track. 7011.
Huzzah! Cool. So, Nationalist Monitoring Station past confirmation. All enemy forces confirmed destroyed. Marshalling for second wave are turning back. Excellent performance of hands. Retire east at best speed to Okinawa for rearm and refuel. Happy days. I'm gonna exit the mission straight up there. Happy days. California and Dog are now gone up to seasoned. Proficiency rating on crews now increases their accuracy with gunnery and sensors, IDing, contacts, things like that. So, effectively, the crews get better now over time as well. Got a nice chunk of points, which we probably won't use, but hey ho. Cool. Naval message. Alright. Enemy offensive operations continue across Westpac. Soviet and Chinese forces are exploiting early Allied dislocation in Japan, Korea, Philippines, and Southeast Asia. Current enemy movements indicate southward operation focus towards South China Sea, with probable intent to isolate Singapore and sever Allied S-locks to Indian Ocean, or Singapore never catches a break. Enemy situation. Kiev carrier group transited Tsushima Strait 30th of June after destroying ROK surface forces attempting to oppose passage. Kiev remains unlocated. Kirov and Slava surface groups are also unlocated. Current assessment places one or both groups moving south in support of broad enemy offensive. Big threats on the horizon. Kitty Hawk remains unavailable after striking mine outside of Yokosuka. Aircraft have been flown off and dispersed ashore pending reassignment. This is good, but annoying that we don't get Kitty Hawk. Constellation and Battle Group Delta are assuming defense of Japan mission. And Task Force 77, which is our mother fleet, I guess you could say, or mother task force. In Port Okinawa after Magic Thunder action in Taiwan Straits. Let's see. Japan and Korea are under heavy Soviet air, missile, and naval attack. Surviving forces are committed to homeland defense. Malaysia and Singapore report attacks by Soviet and Vietnamese air forces. Indonesian Central Authority is paralyzed, with the president unaccounted for. India has declared neutrality. But current reports indicate Soviet forces are utilizing Indian ports and airfields to resupply. Yeah. This is a work of fiction, by the way. Enemy intent is assessed as rapid exploitation before US carrier and logistics forces can respond. Indonesian paralysis and Tactical Cooperation India. with USSR significantly reduces Allied operations in the southern flank. Manuscott's packed forces have shown remarkable aggressiveness not anticipated in any pre-war planning. Defense of Singapore now depends on rapid concentration of available naval forces before Soviet-Vietnamese action can close the South China Sea approaches. Further orders will follow by separate traffic. Good luck and Godspeed. And I think, prior to Mission 3, is where we will leave it for today, folks. So, thank you very much for watching, and fingers crossed, we'll be back again at the same time next Sunday.